Finally, we are here. Episode zero. I'm going to call it episode zero because this is me pretty much just telling you about my why. I've been wanting to do a podcast for quite some time. However, it didn't make sense. My why didn't make sense. And then it hit me. I love doing coaching. I love helping people get back on track with their lifestyle when it comes to their health and their fitness. That's what I did in the military. I was a military police. But this is episode zero of my podcast, The Nutritional Wellness Guy, and we're going to go on a journey. Now, there's no cuts. This is not, all right, cut. I'm going to scrap this piece with this piece. This is me, first and foremost, getting out of my comfort zone and sharing more with more of the world. As I'm coaching, it's a one-on-one experience. So I'm with one person or two people or a group of people, and I'm just sharing ideas and we're building community. But sometimes that's limited. It's not limited anymore. Here we are. And I'm excited about this journey. Every once in a while, you see me tag onto my laptop. I got my phone because sometimes these are going to be live. Sometimes these are going to be pre-recorded. Sometimes it's just going to be us. Other times I'm going to bring on an expert or a friend who's in the field speaking about whatever we're speaking about. And I got the team here with me. Y'all can say what's up. They're here. So I'm not alone. This is going to be one of those experiences where this is community. Let me be clear. I was in the process of building up clientele, and that for me in this season doesn't work. Right now, my focus and my priority is building up community. This is our community. No more of restrictive, crazy jargon and just stupid tips and tricks and hacks for people to buy stuff. Day one, I'm gonna let you guys know this off the rip. Nobody can come to me and say, hey, sponsor my product. Hey, I want you to talk about my product. Here's some money. It ain't gonna happen. If you guys ever hear me talk about a product on this podcast, it's because I use it and I'm not getting paid for it. That's why I'm doing this. When I'm looking online trying to find advice, and no shade to the people who are taking those, because guess what? That doesn't take away from their credibility. But guess what? For me, I want to know that whoever I'm listening to and whatever advice that they're giving me is not because they're getting a kickback or they're going to get money on the side or they're getting free product for a year. I want to know that they tried this product and they have experienced either great results or not so great results. And that's what I want us to have here in this community. Um, I'm checking out my notes because I ain't gonna try to do all this off the rip. And another thing I'm excited about is having people on this platform who don't just specialize but are passionate about what they do. I'm a military guy. I just finished my military contract, which I have no regrets. I love my military experience, but one of the things, I got sick. I got really sick to the point where I didn't think I would still be here. Whatever was going on in Iraq, I don't know if it was the air, the condition, whatever was going on, it affected my respiratory system and my digestive system, and my body was attacking itself. And I couldn't get help. I couldn't get help from any, the doctors didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. There was a constant pressure in my throat. And it was just one of those things where there was no relief. And I don't know about you all, but have you ever felt helpless because you went to get help or you went to go get answers and there were no answers? So you were almost kind of felt like you just had to deal with the pain, or that you were kind of crazy, like it wasn't really there. Like, your body is always talking to you, your body's always telling you stuff, but we look for that assurance when we go to these appointments, and we look for that assurance when we seek medical advice. And when we don't get it, you feel helpless. I know some clients who've came and they couldn't get rid of bloating. They couldn't get rid of fatigue. They couldn't get rid of the fog in their head. Some people are depressed and you don't even know why you're depressed. You're sad and you don't know why you're sad. Everything else seems to be adding up. Like, you have the lifestyle where if someone else had your life, they would be so happy. I mean, you're in the relationship, you got the family, you got the job, you got the resources, but something feels empty. You feel like it's something's not right. Do you believe, or can you believe, that some of that has to do with your diet? It could be a mineral deficiency. It could be a vitamin deficiency. There could be so many things going on with you that you have control over, but you don't have the answers or the resources. And that's what this podcast is all about. Let me switch it up a little bit. So, I'm Chef D. I'm the nutrition and wellness guy. I've been in the restaurant culinary industry for about 15 plus years. I've worked for different concepts. I have my own restaurant, I have my own catering companies, and I've learned one thing: food is life. So I'm a foodie. I'm never going to be in a position where I say give up this and don't eat that. It's all going to be moderation, and it's going to be mindset, and it's going to be movement. Those are the three M's that I base my whole life on. Those are the three M's that I base my coaching on. What is the moderation that we're going to apply to our lives? What is the mindset we should have behind that moderation? And what does movement look like in our lives? I'm a certified personal trainer. I love movement. I love what exercise does to the body, but everyone's not the same. So everyone is not meant to have these crazy abs and be a size 0, because guess what? That doesn't mean health. There's no one perfect size for everybody. Everyone's going to look different. You're going to show up different. But what I'm aiming for is how you feel about who you are and how you feel about the way you show up. How do I make sure you have more energy? Who cares? You got what they call it, a fupa or the little pouch on the side. Who cares? Who cares? Even though you may care, before you start working on the aesthetics of your body, what this community is all about is being appreciative of what you do have. Yes, there are ways that we can improve on our health, and there's things about our bodies that we can make look better so we can feel better. But the one thing that I want to come from the foundation of what this is about is gratefulness. Because what you have, other people wish they can have. And that I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. But I'm a nutritional wellness guy, certified personal trainer, behavior change specialist coach, and I'm a foodie. I got my undergrad as a culinary arts guy, so I'm a chef, a real live chef, and I've had a lot of fun. I've been on the Food Network. Shout out to Tabitha Brown. That is, we'll talk about her later, but that's somebody who made this possible for me. So shout out. First episode is dedicated to you, Auntie Brown, Auntie Tab, just for all that you've done in the community and what you've done in your life, and how you have not shied away from being a witness, and just a testimony, a living testimony. My grandparents are my hearts. I love both sides of my grandparents, my mom's parents and my dad's parents. However, their health is what, I don't want to say robbed them of their years, but their health was a reason why they didn't live long life. Um, we have cancer in the family. We have high blood pressure in the family. We have diabetes in the family. We have health concerns. And that for me wasn't enough for me just to be a chef. I wanted to get back in the kitchen and make it make sense. How do I make food that's still delicious, but also contributes to a healthier lifestyle? And for me, food would never be the thing that I look at as the bad guy, because I believe that everything in moderation is okay. It's when we overconsume and when we have a bad relationship with food that we start to see things in our bodies that we're not happy with. And it's unfortunate. Some of the organs in our bodies, they don't start speaking out until it's too late. When your kidneys start acting up, it's way too late. When your liver starts giving you complications, it's late. So we want to start creating habits. And that's what this platform is about: creating habits that are lifestyle centered, sustainable, realistic. This is not a one size fits all. And I'm a flexitarian. Let me tell you about flexitarian. The real word or definition of a flexitarian is a flexible vegetarian. The whole point of that is to say, hey, I'm going to have a plant-based diet, but I'm not going to give up my meats. I'm not going to give up my toys, but we're going to do it in moderation. So I don't eat meat in every single meal. I tried pescatarian. I did. I tried vegan or plant-based only diet. I tried vegetarian. I tried keto. I tried those diets. And again, nothing's wrong. But for me, I needed a custom diet. I needed balance. And flexitarian is the best way for me to get the things that work for me and not give up stuff that I believe were okay, but someone else told me they were bad. You know what your body can agree with, and you know what your body doesn't agree with. That's the decisions you have to make. So that's what this platform is about. This podcast is about the healthy-ish way. Disclaimer, you guys going to hear me talk about this on every single podcast, so get used to it. I'm not a doctor. I'm a health coach, a certified health coach, certified personal trainer, behavior change specialist. I'm not a doctor. This is no medical advice. I'm not here to treat or diagnose anything you have. This is talking about habits. This is talking about strategies and how we can come together as a community to have a more fuller life. There are going to be some things that are outside of my scope. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not just going to make up something just because I'm on the spotlight and the camera's on. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Either let's ask the expert who's on the podcast or check with your provider. Because guess what? I'm not here to lead you wrong either. I'm not here to give you more risk to what you already have. It's all about strategy. And it's all about giving you your life back. Outside of that, I mean, I got that out the way because again, the scary part is there's people out there who are giving advice and they're posing as experts and they're confusing us. One day you go on, coffee's bad for you. The next day, coffee's good for you. Eggs are bad for you. Eggs are good for you. Chocolate's bad for you. Chocolate's good for you. There's so many people who are saying so many things that I think it's about time we get somebody who is going to reach out and make a community of experts come together to share why they believe that this is good or why they believe this is bad. This is not the commandments. This is just one way to look at how to have a healthier lifestyle. Now, here's the format. This is podcast number 0. The next podcast is going to be part of a series. So each week, we're going to drop a couple of episodes on YouTube and through some of our other platforms, IG, TikTok. And what we're going to do is at the beginning of the week, we're going to share, because we're going to target different parts of the body, different parts of our health. So next week, or this week actually, because I'm going to drop this at the beginning of the week because we're just getting this party started. And then after that, you guys can be able to check on YouTube. There's going to be a video that's going to talk about the 5 red flags that your kidneys are trying to get your attention. After you know what the red flags are, then we're going to talk about 7 daily habits to transform your kidney health. That's going to be the next video. So there's going to be some type of rhythm in this thing so we can start talking about what may be showing up in your life that you're kind of confused about, and Wikipedia threw you off, Google.com threw you off, ChatGPT threw you off, and you're like, I don't know if I'm dying tomorrow or not. So I want to start talking about what are some of the signs that different parts of our bodies are trying to get our attention on. And then I want to do another video where we really slow it down just a little bit and we talk about what are some sustainable and realistic approaches to getting that body part back on track. Or what are some things that you may need to reach out to your provider about because it may be alarming. And then we end the week with a podcast. This is when I slow it down. You see the set here? I mean, this is when we really get comfortable and we talk about that body part or that part of your health a little more specifically, like a little more detailed. I try to get an expert on here who will talk about it. And then I also answer your questions throughout the week. Some of you'll be putting questions in the comments. Some of you will be DMing me, and that's fine. That's exactly what we want. This is a community. And that's when I will bring your questions up on the podcast and we'll talk about it, because guess what? We all have the same issues. We all have the same concerns. They're a little different from, one person to the next. But we have questions. We really do. And some of us just want some answers or reassurance on what to do next. And again, like I told you, this is not medical advice. So if there's anything or if there's any question that is very doctor related, I'm going to be real with you. If I don't have a doctor on at the moment, if we're not online with a doctor on the podcast, I'm not stepping outside of my specialty just so that way we get the question answered. No, but what I will do is go to my friends and go to my network and get some of those answers for you before I come on the podcast. And I will make sure that the credit is referenced the way it's supposed to be. So you guys don't say, okay, Chef, he's up here just, giving advice. No, I'm going to be reaching out to my community because that's what it's community. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not an expert. I'm just a coach who just want to help you get on track. Another thing I want you all to be mindful of, and we're wrapping this up. This is the first episode. Our podcasts are going to be around 30 minutes, and it's going to be just enough for you to get all the information from that body part that you got throughout the week. And we're going to wrap it up with about 3 to 4 questions. If we have a chat and if we're doing it live, we plan to drop these podcasts on Saturdays. That's for now. We may change it up, but right now it's on Saturdays. So 5 red flags, that's going to be Tuesdays. May change up, but that's what it is for now. On Thursday, we're going to drop 7 daily habits. May change up, but that's what it is for now. You know, you got to tell these people this because you don't want to get canceled your first week because you didn't keep a commitment. And then on Saturday is the podcast. Now, you're in for a treat because this particular podcast is releasing on a Monday. Why? It's because I wanted you all to see what day zero looks like and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to build a community where it's all about all of our health issues and all of our health concerns coming together and us being there for each other. I don't want any extremism on here. I'm not here to restrict you on what you like and what you don't like. What I'm here to do is give you some health hacks the healthiest way. As a health coach, I have coached so many people. And again, the military was one of the best places I was able to build up my coaching style because there's so many different diets when it comes to reservists. So I was active duty at one point, but most of my military career was reservist. So my military buddies, I call them battle buddies, we won't see each other for a whole month. And then we come together, we'll train, we'll do fitness exercises. And some of these guys and some of these women weren't feeling their best. They felt sluggish. They didn't have good energy and they didn't like the way their bodies looked. So for me, it was exciting to sit down one-on-one with them and say, hey, how can we get you to the next level? What are your excuses? Because that's another part of this community. And who knows, we might even start a hot seat on here where we may bring on someone who is having issues with their health and they can't get out of their head, that mindset part. So maybe we'll do some live coaching on these podcast episodes where you guys may write in and, hey, if you want to be the person to get on here and say, I am stuck and be in a judge-free environment, but get the tough love that you need to get to the next level, why not? We might even do that. Hey, does that sound good to y'all? Like low key. Okay. So I'm gonna write that note, Taylor. Write that note. So I think low key we may create a component in here where we do a hot seat and we allow for people to bring up their personal issues and I coach on the spot. I think that might be kind of cool, but we'll figure it out. So if I don't have an expert on, maybe we'll think about what it looks like to have a hot seat guest on. I call it a hot seat. I don't know. We'll probably name that's just what I came on top of the head. We'll probably come up with some maybe the love seat, so it doesn't sound so crazy. But y'all will help me because I don't even know what's going on with the name of that. But again, that's it. I don't want to babble. This is the first episode. I want to keep it short, want to keep it sweet. I appreciate you all for being a part of this journey. This is episode 0. This is also for me to get a little comfortable and get a little, stretch my legs a little bit. I haven't recorded or filmed in quite some time. As some of you may know, I'm actually taking care of my granddad full time. He has dementia. He is the longest living member in my family. And one of the other reasons that got me motivated to do this, they're calling dementia the third diabetes, the type 3 diabetes. That's what it's starting to be known for because of its relationship to sugars. Now, there's different types of mind loss or memory loss illnesses out there. But when it comes to Alzheimer's and when it comes to dementia, some of that is starting to be correlated to diet choices. So I take care of my granddad and he's the joy of my life, but it's also another motivating factor for me to make sure that I get the word out on what it means to be in control of your lifestyle. We're even going to go to supermarkets. So there's going to be a part of this journey where you guys are going to follow me, where we'll get to go in supermarkets and we're going to compare products. Again, I can't be bought. Episode 0, I'm saying it loud. Don't come to me as a company trying to say, can you sponsor my product? It's not going to happen. Day one is not going to happen. This is going to be a community that whenever I talk about a product is because I either use it all the time and it's worked for me, or my clients use it, or it's something that I truly believe in because I created it. Other than that, This is not that platform where you're going to see includes promotional content, because I'm not looking for a check. I'm not looking for endorsement. I'm not looking for a sponsorship. That's not what this is about. This is about community. And I hope you all hold me to it. I don't want to be one of those down the road like he forgot where he came from, because you guys got episode 0. You know what I'm saying? But again, thank you all for joining me on this journey. We're just getting started. I want you to see my heart on this. This is all about us. This is not about me blabbing off for 30 minutes about what I know and what I don't know. This is about being vulnerable with you all, even share some of my health concerns and some of the things I don't understand or I don't get, because I'm a forever student. I'm getting ready for grad school. I'm a forever student. My final aspiration is to be a naturopathic practitioner. So I'm doing all of my learning now. And what I do learn, I want to bring it back to the community. Other than that, send me an email. The description's in the bio. If you have questions, if you have concerns, even if you're looking to be in the hot seat, we'll come up with a better name. Start sending that in, because this is what this is going to be all about. It's going to be about vulnerability. It's going to be about support. And it's going to be about love. That's all I have for you. I'm the health, wellness, nutrition guy. Now, really, it ain't all of that. I'm being cheesy because I'm trying to think of an outro. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to outro this thing. Maybe I'll just say like bye. But when I do my other videos, I'm like, how do I go? It says uh, health is wealth, and I'm just here to make sure you get paid. I mean, I don't want to really do that for all of them. So for now, I'm going to keep it grown up. I'm going to be a little mature. I'm going to just say, hey, thank you guys so much for being on this podcast. Thank you for listening to what I got going on. And please show up for the next podcast. I appreciate you guys. This is a great time, and we got so much in store for you. Yum on. Oh, that's it.